What's up, guys and gals? It is Wednesday, and that means it's time for Kengan Omega. Kengan Omega, chapter 292, entitled Ohma's Request. And we are speed blitzing through all these reviews, because if you guys have not noticed already, the lack of content on this channel is because long work hours. A lot of long work hours, but life's a bitch, then you marry one. I should absolutely know. So, anyway, speed round for the reviews. We're going to catch up on all these wonderful chapters. So, chapter 292, thankfully, not a crazy amount happens. It's more of a setup chapter and stuff. Still building along the plot lines and stuff, though I do have a couple things to say. So, I like that we have Yamagohan and Ohma interacting again and stuff. And even Ohma brings up, it's like, this feels a little awkward, like you brewing it for me and stuff like that. It's like, listen, let's chillax and stuff like that. And the fact that he invites him back over to his house and stuff, I'm like, yeah, his surrogate son, Ohma, this is really nice. Like, they have like a bromance, a best friendship sort of idea. But also, I feel like because of the age gap, Yamagohan, like, people have always said about whether he's a surrogate son or more of a brother, comrade in arms and stuff. I always thought that Ohma was Yamagohan's surrogate son. The only reason this is not accepted for the most part in the community, or at the very least a lot of the community, is because of Niko. Niko was essentially Ohma's dad, and I'm okay with that too, but Niko died. And since then, Yamagohan was his powerhouse and his rock during the entire tournament. Literally life and death as we knew it. Quite literally the death part as well. So I do feel like Yamagohan has sort of... It's like, yeah, Niko can always be his dad, but it's okay to have a surrogate father. It's okay to have a stepdad too, you know? You don't... The heart is not built necessarily. You can always love more than one person. You can always have... It's not about replacing someone, you know what I mean? Once again, I don't know how that feels as far as my parents are still together and, you know, I'm not a bastard child or anything like that. So I have no idea how that goes down in the dynamic of that, but I do have friends and stuff who have definitely never forgotten their mom or their dad and stuff, but they still accept their stepmom and their stepdad as people, and they love them. They absolutely love them. So I sort of think that that's sort of the dynamic we're dealing with here, and we haven't seen, because this is supposed to be the Koga and Ryuki story, we haven't seen as many interactions between Yamagohan and Ohma as much of late and stuff like that. And as I've always said, I did feel that the once Ohma was brought back to life, yada yada yada, the scene, which I thought should have been private, the scene during which Yamagohan just loses his shit on Ohma, like, I've been mourning you. You know, there could have been more powerful dialogue. That scene should have been a whole goddamn chapter. You know, Ohma's back to life and he's happy about it, but he should have ripped up. He started to go up one side of him and never finished. You know what I mean? And it, yeah, I still think that scene could have been done much better. We jumped into the Koga Ryuki shit. Once again, we're speed blitzing through this. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit what Rin's doing. I don't care about the death dealers. Nobody cares about this shit. Okay, Koga and Ryuki have been training. We know this. They're still going to be fodder by the end of the series. Luhan obviously has all his missiles in place and his nukes in place and the death dealer shit, and it's like, okay, so we're trying to track those down. That makes sense, yada yada, moving that plot line along as well. Ohma now requests Yamagohan to bring together a select group of people. Now, at first, I didn't think we were going to know who these people were and stuff like that, and this is for Ohma to test his mettle. He's trying to get as many of the top contenders in A to S tier together to literally strut his stuff, because he knows Shen is above all of them. So his idea is, I need to prove that I can take anybody, anytime, in any condition. I've got to be able to take all of them, because if I can't, there's no way I can take him in 6 months. You know, so this is good. I know people complain about this, of course, but this is good. Ohma is still our main character, people. Cry a river to somebody else about Koga and Ryuki. I gave up on them the moment Ohma came back. And I never liked Ryuki anyways. So, problem solved in that regard. Now we do jump back to Koga and Ryuki doing the Arnold. I mean, I saw this meme all over Reddit already. The Arnold and the Carl Weathers thing. The collapsing the yeah man, and stuff like that. And it's like, yeah, we are ready for this. The match with Shen Wulong. It's in 6 months. I can join the fight. We got to do this, Ryuki. You and I, together. Yes, and we have 6 more months to get stronger. Hell yeah! Bromance! And I'm like, I don't give a shit. I will admit that. To the Kengan community at large, these guys, forget about them. They're not in that, once again. And it's funny, because he brings up Purgatory. And he realizes, like, when Ryan and Ohma were like, you ain't ready for this shit. Ryuki wasn't ready for that shit, but they let him join anyway because they couldn't find any of the other A tier and S tier fighters. They couldn't find Hatsumi, they couldn't find Kuroki, they couldn't find anybody, right? So, the idea here is fucking hilarious. That they're just like, yeah, so, the fact that they bring up, like, you ain't ready. You might be ready in a year or two, but you ain't ready now. You'll get there. Don't worry, kid. You got heart. You got spunk. Meanwhile, it's like the same thing. So, he finally reaches some bottom of A tier, top of B tier level that is not justified nor deserved. And now, the next fight isn't into jumping one class. It's into the main fight. It's like, no, you're still outclassed. The pair of you are still... Now you're talking about the bigger fight. You're outclassed again. Like, no, you can't join this fight. It's literally Purgatory 2.0. You weren't ready then, and you're not ready for this fight now. Nobody from the Berserker Bowl can do shit all in this upcoming fight, okay? Sekibayashi can kick the shit out of all of you. Maybe Rahito is the only one who could actually beat him. Now, I know Sao Pang has beat him in the past, yada, yada, yada. But seriously, none of you are taking down Gao Lang, Wakatsuki, hell, Akoya. Like, seriously, this is not... Hatsumi will... Anybody from the Berserker Bowl, Hatsumi can beat. If Hatsumi is not even considered into the S tier, then none of the Berserker Bowl candidates are. So this is just ridiculous. This is just stupid. So anyways, I will agree with the Kengan community on that as a whole. This whole thing, like, yeah, we're ready. We can get so much stronger. Like, yeah, that's great. These guys have basically been reduced to the Goten and Trunks, and there is no fusion dance. Okay? You're Goten and Trunks. Learn your goddamn place. Trunks, when you get older and you have a non-canon movie sword and stuff, you'll get a lot better. Goten, you never do anything in all 3 series. You never do shit. So, just resign yourselves to the fact that you are Goten and Kid Trunks, and just let it lie. You can be fun characters in the background, but that's all you'll end up being. I finally cracked the code. Koga and Ryuki are Goten and Trunks of the Buu Saga. We've moved on. We've realized that Goten and Trunks and Gohan cannot be the main characters. We needed Goku and Vegeta back. We got them. We're into it, you know? This is literally, Kengan Omega is literally the Buu Saga. It's realizing we tried something, it didn't work, let's bring back the GOAT. And it worked, it happened, and it is what it is. So, now we do jump to the Hong Kong shit, and we have Tiger, Niko, and Luhan going through, like, look at all the supercomputers, yada, yada, yada. Literally, the scene can be summed up as they found the memories of the connection Shen Wulong. They didn't find them. They were told exactly where they were. So here are all the memories. How are we going to view them? How are we going to download them? We have no idea. Apparently, it's cramming time. And, you know, let's do the, you know, I guess the study method and stuff. And so Tiger, Niko, and Luhan are going to look in, and they're going to review everything they can from the supercomputer servers. Now, here is the big thing. here's the thing that everybody's talking about, but somehow everybody's still shitting on, and I don't get why. Okay, so ever since Kengan Ashura, and ever since Kengan Omega, ever since I've been in the community, people have been talking about this motherfucker named Katsuya. He's apparently stronger than Kuroki, right? Apparently that's not what Sandra said, by the way. He said he would reach the finals, not that he was stronger than Kuroki. However, is what it is. Apparently, he is able to beat up Joji. He's able to beat up, like, he's obviously a top-tier guy. I'm not denying that. But we finally get the back of this motherfucker. He's never been in Ashura. He's never been in Omega. Finally, he has an appearance. Ohma passes him by in the hallway, and he's just like, he's the instructor at our, other branch and stuff. It goes without saying he's very strong, and Ohma recognizes, like, that guy is really strong, too. He's like, yes, he is. So apparently, this is the guy before Kuroki was the strongest in the Kengan verse, okay? We see his back, and we're like, oh. And it's like, Cameo. Marvel movies do this shit all the time. Batman movies. We have been having cameos ever since franchises were franchises, right? Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings. We have cameos all the time since '99. Even before that, but I mean, it's become mainstream since I became like a teenager, right? So what I'm trying to point out is, instead of being happy about this cameo, most of the comments I saw was, we used to be a manga. This used to be good. This was... I'm like... You finally got your guy. A guy which, once again, I didn't read Fist of the Seeker. In the same way, I don't read One Punch, because that shit's shit. If you can't draw, don't draw. Get an artist and tell them, here's my story. Give them a script and make them draw it, I never agreed with the One shit, and I don't agree with the Fist of the Seeker shit. It's all drawn like crap. I can't read that, alright? Some people can, I can't. It could be an 11 out of 10 story, but if it's drawn like crap, it's no different than a movie script can be absolutely perfect, but if it's got shitty actors, then it's not going to be a great movie, right? So same idea, pick your medium. And in this case, what I don't understand is, Fist of the Seeker lovers are finally, they should be so happy at this cameo. It means he is legit, officially, in the story. And he might be involved in the coming chapters. And yet, instead of excitement, which I have none, I didn't read Fist of the Seeker. As I said, I can't do it. What do we get? We get just a bunch of, oh, woe was me. Eeyore. You know what? Go back to Winnie the Pooh. Alright? Go be Eeyore in the Winnie the Pooh forest and leave our shit alone. Because this, to me, I just know the name and I immediately recognized. I was like, is this the guy? Is this the guy? I didn't read Fist of the Seeker. Don't even know what the motherfucker looks like. And I was like, is this the guy? Is this the guy? I got excited. I don't know who this is. So, seriously, if you weren't excited by this cameo, sit down, shut the fuck up, and stop reading the manga. Like, seriously, this is ridiculous. At this point, I really gotta stop going on Reddit. Anyways, the end part of the chapter shows up. We do get a bunch of dudes, and Lou, I know a lot of people love Lou, but he's trying to act all gangster. He's trying to be like, hey, I'm a Bleach character in a cover art. I'm edgy. I'm bending over like, what's up, motherfucker? And he's trying to do that shit. And it's just like, alright, you are not intimidating. He was never intimidating to me, in all honesty. I think he's a weak ass. I think he's B tier at best. Or top of B, low A at best. But apparently he's super strong. But we got some contenders. So the Toa thing makes sense to me. Alright, the Toa thing makes sense. So Ohma is here to try out his best against some of the best and brightest, right? He's just getting everyone together. He already went to the gym and he already tried that shit. So now, I don't really care about Lou. Don't. I don't care about Nitoku. Sorry, he's like, these characters are okay, but I'm not a fan favorite, so I'm like, I imagine he can take these guys. Toa, for the strength thing alone, that's going to be interesting. So that's an interesting thing, like the Sekibayashi shit. However, the big thing, Kurushi and Joji. Are we going to see these two S-tier fighters go at... They are going to... Oh, baby. I want to see this shit. Because fuck the other three. We're finally going to sit these two fight. As I said, didn't read Fist of the Seeker. This is how hyped I am. Let's fucking go, baby. I am hyped for this. Kurushi, I've always loved as a character. Never read Fist of the Seeker. Joji, as Shen's best friend. Amazing. These two are going to give Ohma a run for his goddamn money, and it's going to be sexy. It's going to be sweet sauce. It's going to be that sweet and sour sauce all over my McDonald's chicken nuggets. That's what I'm saying, baby. Let's go. Alright, that's it for me. That's it for me. I'm just super pumped from this last part of the chapter. I'm super pumped. And I said we were speed blitzing this. Still a 20-minute review. Does not matter because I wanted to talk about this. This shit is awesome. Anybody not hyped about the fact that Fist of the Seeker characters are getting time to shine? From a guy who did not read Fist of the Seeker? How are you disappointed? Stop reading and bringing your negativity to my fucking community, people. I'm done with your shit. I'm done with your crap. Because what was wrong here? Nothing. This is good. We're getting some time to shine, baby. Let's go. That's all I got to say. I'm overtired as fuck. Maybe that's the hyperness that you're seeing right now. You know, I've 7 hours of sleep total since Sunday night. So, and it's Wednesday. That's probably not a good thing. But I've been working a lot. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see all you beautiful people back here for some peak Kengan, which is what this was at the end of the chapter 293. Looking forward to that chapter. Hope you guys are too. Kurushi and Joji. Fuck the other three. Don't care. I care about these guys. I want to see what they pull off because Ohma's not going to have an easy time with either one of them. No sir. No sir. Bob. I am looking forward to that 100%. Hope you guys are too. We'll see you back here next time. Peace out.